Hey, it's PWNA, everybody, and you're stuck with me and Stoy just for a second here. Or you're stuck with me just for a second.
A half a second.
A half a second. Hey, I gotta tell you something, Stoy. Anytime I have a Stoy memory, I can almost take to the bank that you don't remember. So I'm always looking forward to telling you a memory. So I was a weird kid when you and I were in middle school together. I would think very categorically, very numerically, like I liked math, and scoring one basket in a middle school basketball game, like an official basketball game, you and I would play middle school ball together. It's a big deal. So for the longest time, I remembered all 11 of my points that I scored in the 8th grade. And so
I didn't even laugh, Joey.
No, man, I'm laughing at myself because you're laughing because you in Taiwan, y'all probably had most of our points. You were one of the higher scorers. So
I was.
So I went in and you found me right under the basket. I mean, you threaded the needle. And I wasn't expecting it, because you and I didn't get a whole lot of playing time together because you're a starter playing almost all the time and I'm not playing much at all. So you threaded the needle and I made the layup. And dude, I was so proud. Like I said, you and Taiwan, y'all were seen as the big dogs. And I was like, thank God I didn't let Boss Man down for the 30 seconds I'm playing in this game.
Well, Joey, like that what you saying, it reminds me of the style of play that I was in middle school, because threading the needle was something I did that a lot, because I saw things so quick as far as in Taiwan. And I remember we call him Rat, but his name was Lamont Burns.
I remember Lamont.
And Tyrone. They had hands, because I used to zip them things in there. And remember our plays, Pizza 1 and Pizza 2?
Yep.
I used to zip them passes in there, man. And I vaguely remember giving you a pass. I don't remember the results.
No, you don't. No,
I promise you. I'm saying I remember. If you say I threaded the needle, that's what brings back, okay, that is possible, like that happened, because I used to concentrate and focus on trying to get things and get the ball in there real fast in little tiny openings. So just you saying that, it brought back memories for me.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so I just listened to what listeners are about to hear. Did you, Stoy, really push record for this podcast on a conversation that you would have had regardless, basically to make sure you were comfortable with helping seal this marital deal? People will hear it unfold here in a second, but I got a few questions. But seriously, what people are going to hear was basically a dad having a conversation with his son and his future daughter-in-law. I don't think it was in doubt, because otherwise you wouldn't have been so quick to put it on air. But you were going to have this conversation regardless, and we all just get to hear it.
Yeah, actually, what happened, I can tell y'all the story real quick. I was supposed to go down to drive up to Dallas where they are. And we had already scheduled a meeting. I was going to walk through their place because they just got a new home. I haven't seen it yet. I'm doing the whole entire thing formal, like I am an official officiator. They're smiling and laughing at it because I'm daddy, but I'm still taking it serious. So when I was on my way up there, and Darion called me and was like, Daddy, I got called into work. So I don't know what time I'm getting off, and I don't want you just sitting up here lingering. So we canceled the face-to-face greeting. After that, that just sparked to me like, okay, God is presenting this opportunity. Because when I did the little online class, it said you can do it in person or you can do it on Zoom. So I presented that to Darion and Jyree. I said, hey, we could do this on Zoom. Or Darion said, can you come up on Sunday? I said, yeah, I could come up on Sunday, but if y'all could do it on Zoom, that would be even better. And they were like, yeah, I'm okay with that. And then I said, ding. what about going on the podcast? I was
Brilliant.
like, because I was thinking, hey, I'm going to be coming up. I need to come up with ideas. I'm coming up on episodes that I got to present. I was like, what about coming on the podcast? And my son immediately responded and said, my relationship is an open book, Daddy.
Hmm.
Like, he was like, of course, I don't have anything to hide. I mean, the way that he said it with such confidence, I was like, oh, this is going to be good. Like, and to see that in a form of yourself and knowing that you didn't even possess that at any time. Only thing I presented to him relationship wise is being real, being whatever it is that you are. Don't be afraid to be that. And but to hear him say that, I was like, oh yes, 100%, this is going to be good.
Yeah, is he a gentle giant? I don't know how big he, or is he a gentle kind of? Would that fit him? Gentle. He sounds gentle and dignified, like solid.
I wish you could see him, man. Like, that's exactly what I call him. I call him my gentle giant
Are you
because,
serious?
yeah, he's
So
about
listeners, I've never seen him.
six.
I didn't watch the video. I just listened to the audio. So I'm just going by what I heard. That's hilarious, man.
Yeah, he's about six. Darion is about 6'4", about two. He's a pretty big guy, man. Like, but he's so gentle, and if you see him play basketball, he got the softest hands. It's everything about him is pure to me,
Yeah.
and I just love the person that he is. I love the way he communicates. I think he did very well on the episode. I'm excited for the world ahead.
Yeah. All right. So before we let them steal the show and we get to know them through your talking to them, I want to get to know you and a couple of different things I was thinking about listening to this conversation. So it's going to force you to use your imagination because you're a feeler. You already know their hearts and you love them and y'all have a relationship. So it's not like you were going to be blindsided, but let's just say you heard something that gave you pause for thought. Dad, we're joining a cult and we're moving to Antarctica, fasting clothing or some stupid, like
Yeah.
something crazy and out there. Like, would you have pushed stop and got like super serious?
Um, I can't tell you hypothetically how I would respond because depending on what they would say. But knowing my son, I know whatever it is, he would have to present it to me with the purest and the realest intentions. Like, if I can feel that something about it is not genuine or real, then I would definitely get serious and say, hey, all right, explain that to me. Or I would dig deep into it and try to dismantle it, because if it's not solid, I'm gonna destroy it anyways. So,
Yeah.
and my son is fully aware of that. So anything, if he would have presented it to me, if it could have withstand my critique and my attack on it, and it could withstand it, then I would tell him 100% go full speed ahead.
Yeah. Well, and you touched on my next question, like, and this is two dads talking. I want to learn from you and your parenting philosophy. Like, where is the line of trying to stop? I mean, these are adult kids or adults, they're kids to us, but where do you stop them? Where's the line between trying to stop them from doing something and then also letting them be adults? Like, is there just a cutoff point to where, hey, you've said your piece and you've tried to say what's best, and at some point you have to back off? Like, how would you and you may have encountered this before with one of your kids, you can't.
I actually have, and that's a wonderful question, Joey. Like, you have no idea how relevant that question is to my life in real time. But to answer your question, I would say the the part of me that would give advice to a friend, to a somebody, a stranger, somebody I don't know, somebody, a coworker, any part of me that would give advice to that person. So I look at it like, we kind of mix things up. Like when it comes to our kids, the dynamics that we do, we tend to say, oh, okay, I'm gonna just let them go through that so they can learn. They will see. But my mentality now, because my little son who was sitting here in the presence of that conversation, he was going through it in his relationship. That was part of the reason I wanted him sitting to the side and listening to the type of relationship that they had. I can't sit back and say, I'm going to let my child run into a wall. And I wouldn't do that to a friend or somebody else if they came to me for advice. So I feel like it's my duty to step in as much as possible. Now, if they decide to defy what I'm saying, then that's when I take the back seat and say, hey, okay, you're an adult. You can go and do what you want, but I feel obligated to give them everything that I feel about whatever situation it is that is presented. And if I do that, God gives me the ease to walk away if they don't listen, or if they choose to go down a different path. I remove myself from guilt by giving it everything that I have.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, 50% of these things don't make it. You mean what you said when you told them they're built for longevity? I mean, it's not like if you were being dishonest, it's not like you're going to tell me, nah, dude, man, I was giving them some bullshit on that one. But no, you
Well,
totally,
nah,
I know you were serious. I'm just joking around. Like, why? Can you just feel it?
if you look at what they are, if you listen to them, you can tell. I always say a relationship is built upon how you resolve conflict, and that's why that was so important that I asked them that question. And when I did it, their answers gave me the ease that I needed, and they've already been together for 5 years.
Yep.
So when you look at that, when you put that together, you've been in relationships in your life. If you can be with somebody for 5 years and then decide, I want to be with you forever, I want to
Yeah,
make this official at that mark,
that's
like
true.
that's saying a lot,
That is.
because at that 5 year mark, you already recognize and realize all the good and the bad things about this person. So when I said it, I absolutely meant it. It was 100% the realest thing I could have said. And I promise you, we'll be right back here in about 10 years, and they'll be having 16-year reunion.
Yeah.
We'll be back in 20
Yeah.
years, they'll be having a 26-year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I truly believe that they are built for
Yeah,
longevity.
yeah, for sure. And just so you know, from a friend to a friend, that was more of a joke gone bad. I hope you know, I would never think that you would just go out there publicly and say, "Oh man, y'all are gonna make it," and be lying to your own
No,
kids.
oh no, but I expect that from you. You push the envelope. You're a professional podcaster, so you know how to get in that
Yeah,
low
so no,
nuts and crannies.
yeah, so no pop, no grandpa. Were you being serious? You ain't gonna be called any of that stuff, or are you just messing
No,
with him?
you know I have grandkids already, right?
Why can't they call you grandpa?
Do I look like a grandpa, bro?
No, but who
Yeah.
cares?
So I don't. I haven't embraced the title yet. So
Gotcha.
I'm just being real with them. They can call me what they want, man. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm telling them don't call me that, then chances are they won't.
You're right.
So I rather them be confused and just say hey, than to be confident with hey pop pop, like, and getting comfortable with it, like, especially if you do that if you do that in the middle of my son's basketball game, like pop pop, I'm gonna ignore you and
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
telling Jaden to run, go, you know.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us. And man, another part of me is just like, dude, what happened, man? We met in the 4th grade, and it seems
I
like shit.
know.
And now you just talked about your grandkids. What
Hey,
happened?
Man, Joey, but you know what? I started early. So I just leave it at that. I started early.
I demanded, pleaded, called God on promises, and was like, you have to show up or I am done. And he did.
That's something to really think about. What does it mean that the God of the universe loves me?
Are we saying that our God is bigger than their God, or what?
Man, you got my mind going crazy right now.
I just think that is evangelical bullshit.
And I don't fit in their box anymore. So feeling rejected from the church makes me feel far away from God.
If I'm living out the love of God, love of the divine, then in some ways we're unoffendable.
It's wrong to marginalize anybody for any reason.
Sometimes we can just have some things about our perspective that's off until we encounter someone who can challenge our thoughts, have conversations with us, and we just continue to grow and evolve.
I'm with you there. Yeah, I like that.
That sounded like womp, 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 womp to Rob.
I'm a hardcore gospel lover. I do love the gospel. I just think we get it wrong.
Girl, I was so highly medicated, I don't even know if you know. Oh, God, my people.
Welcome to the podcast, everyone. Today I got a special treat for y'all. What we gonna do, we gonna take a little dive into an inspiring love story. Remarkable young couple, Darion and Jyree. Actually in their 20s, but you'll see that they kind of possess wisdom beyond their years. So we're going to go from their first meeting to navigating through ups and downs, building a relationship, the lessons that they've learned throughout that process. Just a little insight on their journey through love and soon marriage, which they asked me to officiate the wedding. So this is sort of like our consultation that they didn't mind sharing with the world. So let's give them a warm welcome. Darion and Jyree, welcome to the show.
Why we're here today, what brought us all here today. Starting with you, the leading man.
I don't know. Well, I'm Darion Prioleau, I'm here with my soon-to-be wife, my fiance, Jyree Savoy.
Hey.
We're here with Minister Prioleau, But,
what's that you got on your ear
there? This headset?
Yeah.
Some Astros.
That's for gaming?
Yeah, I'm also a streamer. I stream time to time.
Oh, you think this a game right here?
No, this is just for the microphone right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
This ain't a game. We taking this serious.
Oh, absolutely. I'm here.
Okay.
It's just for the mic.
Okay, and who's that beautiful lady next to you? You want to introduce yourself?
Jyree.
Jyree? Why are you laughing, Jyree?
I'm camera shy.
You camera shy? I don't think so. I see y'all got plenty of YouTube. I've been doing my research on YouTube now, and y'all all over YouTube.
Take a little break off of that, but we're not. She's just, I don't know. She's just a little nervous right now.
Okay, well, I have some questions prepared for y'all, but for the listeners, this is Darion and Jyree. Darion did say his last name was Prioleau, so that's my son.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to ask them. They asked me to officiate their wedding, so I'm going to get into the questions, the formality side of it, and then we could take a few minutes to chop it up or whatnot if y'all want to. But my first question is, how did y'all meet? Like, what brought you two together when y'all met?
and Darion. Each question gonna pretty much be 2 parts because I want to see each side of it. So
Gotcha. From my perspective, it was really like on first sight, like we met on Instagram. So it was I seen that she went to my school and
You didn't know yet.
no, I think once I started scrolling, I kept scrolling and I was like, oh, you going to North Mesquite? I was like, okay.
so you
Like,
strolling through Instagram looking for girls?
no. I came across her Instagram. That's the thing.
Oh, her Instagram.
Yeah,
Okay.
just hers. And I was just like, oh no, she's beautiful. Like this is the beautiful girl. And I was like, I liked one picture. And well, I followed her first and then I liked one picture. And then she liked one of mine. And I was just like, okay. So I liked another one. She liked another one. So we just kept going back and forth. And I was like, should I DM her? And I was like, I've never like really pursued a female off of Instagram. And I was just like, okay, let me try this. Let me see how this goes. And she hit me back and I scheduled a date for us to just, hang out at the mall just one time just to see how we feel. And from there, it was just like, I don't know, we just locked in from there. It was, we ate, we had a little lunch. We went to shop for a little bit and everything just seemed right.
So the initial attraction was just from a picture, or did you have some kind of vibe, or what did you see in her in that? Because Instagram don't have much. Did you see a video of her, or were you Instagram stalking her, or
No, it was
what was going on there, Daddy?
it was really like just she gave off the real nice, cool vibe off of her pictures. That's what it was. The initial looks, the attraction was there from the beginning. That's what it was, and it just seemed like she was a good person overall from her pictures.
Do you carry that picture in your wallet?
I got a picture of her in my wallet, but it's not that picture. Yeah, it's a
Do you remember what she was wearing in that picture that got you locked in on her?
I think it was, yeah, it was different, but I think it was her. What was it, sophomore year picture? I think it was sophomore year, junior or sophomore year picture. She had a red polo on. I remember that, and she had braids.
And was she smiling in the picture?
Of course, showing all teeth.
All teeth.
All the teeth.
That gave off a warm vibe.
It's the pretty teeth for me.
Where you get that from?
I don't know. I don't know where I got these teeth from. I think it's from my mama.
I'm gonna tell you where you got looking at people's teeth from.
Ooh,
this guy. You see these molars? I tell you, if somebody got a dirty mouth, ain't no need to talk to them.
Ain't no point even opening your mouth.
Yeah. So, Jyree, when he reached out to you or liked your picture, then I know that probably put you on the quest to see who this guy is. So let me hear your side.
Yeah, we went back and forth with liking pictures, and then he reached out and he said, hey, and then I said, hey, and then we just started talking from there, and then I don't know if I had anything that was, because we didn't know, because we had mutual friends throughout high school. Like, we went to North throughout the same 4 years, and I've never met him, ever. But I knew all his friends, and he knew all mine. Never, ever, ever met each other until that interaction right there.
And how long ago was that? When did that happen?
2018.
2018.
So 6 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, so bring me on to the first date. Les Jyree, you got something to share about one of his pictures. What did you see when you saw his profile?
I just saw he looked nice. He was tall. He looked friendly. He looked, I was intrigued, and when I saw him in person, I was like, oh, that's a handsome man right there.
He looked like his daddy, right?
Of course.
I understand. So
y'all go on to the first date and all of that. So once y'all start meeting each other and dates and things like that, what did y'all start liking the most about each other, like the character, the person?
It was really easy to talk to one another.
It was so natural to just, we can confess anything to each other. It was like, we'll
confess.
Not
Wait a minute.
Not confess,
already?
But it's not confess. It's like more of a sense of we can talk about anything.
Yeah.
It was no boundaries really. It was just like
it was comfortable. It was easy to open up.
Yeah.
Okay. I get that.
We'll spend time like on our lunch. We wouldn't even eat lunch. We'll just be sitting in the court, like in the front.
Yeah, it was like
and just be talking.
Balcony thing that you could see the back of the school from, and we'd go to the top and just talk.
Y'all did a lot of talking. Either one of y'all were y'all in another relationship at the time, or were both of y'all single?
No, we were both. I was fresh single. She was single for
You said all your life?
No, I said a while.
Oh, okay. So did y'all bring anything, like in y'all discussions? Did y'all bring anything to that discussion about the past relationships, or do y'all like just say, you know what, we're not going to talk about the past?
No, we definitely. Well, I definitely addressed what happened previously with my ex, and she understood that like it was going to take some time for me to heal and grow, also because with her it was a whole different experience.
Was it a mutual? Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah,
I think it was a mutual. This is the one, like, because even I told her like from the jump, like when I first saw her, I just knew that this was. It was really crazy because it was literally like when I saw her, she lit up, I lit up. It was just instant.
Yeah, like you should have seen the smiles. We were both smiling like super hard.
Couldn't even help it.
Well, and then y'all decided what? Y'all gonna make this official?
We talked for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think it was homecoming.
Yeah, because we started talking the beginning of September, and then we made it official on
homecoming night,
which was the 22nd of September.
And and the wedding is on the
22nd of September.
Yeah.
Oh, no, see, it's all coming full circle. Got it.
That's when we made it official he made it official.
Yeah, I asked her that night. I was like, do you want to be my girlfriend?
So now that y'all been together now, how long?
It'll be 6 years on our wedding day.
Literally.
Okay. So what type of values do y'all share?
I say I sense her drive overall. Anything that she puts her mind towards, she definitely achieves it every time. That's what I love about seeing it. Like her doing with her whole EMT paramedic thing it motivates me to push myself to be like, all right, let me lock in, let me do what I want to do. Let me actually pursue something that I would enjoy. Because this is a profession that you see people go into and then realize that they don't get paid as much as other people. And you have to really love what you do to actually pursue this. So whenever I see her doing something like that, it motivates me to do something in the same light. Like I would want to pursue something to where I want to be passionate so much that money or anything like that doesn't even faze the fact that this is what I want to do.
That's a beautiful thing. I love the way that sounds, and that she inspired you to want to do great things.
Yeah,
that's good. So, Jyree, what about you?
I would say that I always tell this to Darion. Darion is a great friend, a great son. He's just overall, I feel like, a better person than I am. And whenever I see him with other people and how he treats other people, I'm like, it can wait a while. It can wait a while, but I can't wait to have kids with him one day. But it can wait a while.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
Well, we was gonna get to that question.
It can wait, but like he's such a good person, so like I can imagine him becoming a father, stuff like that. So like he's just a really great person. Like the way he treats people is amazing. So I really love that about him. One of the things that I wish, I'm not saying that I don't have it, but I would say that he has more of it than I do.
All right. Well, so that aligns with y'all shared values. Or Darion, I know you say you see how she go for something and she makes it happen, and her drive to make it happen. But also understanding that she's doing something that's not necessarily the pay is matching the amount of work.
Yeah.
So do you see that as a great quality in her? Is that kind of what you're saying? That
Yeah,
man, she's doing this because she's got to be a good person in order to do something that's passionate and help people like that.
Actually, like literally, that's exactly what it is. It's like for you to do something that the pay doesn't match how much work, how much effort you're putting into it. And then I see her still doing it day in, day out. It motivates me because I see how much she actually cares overall.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it. That's what I love seeing.
Well, it sounds like the same, like she see that kind of person in you too. And Jyree, I just want to tell you, you're welcome. Yeah. Because no, I see that when I look at y'all. I see that in both of y'all. Like the chemistry is amazing. It's always a good vibe. I don't think I've ever been around y'all with negative energy at all. So that's a great thing.
That's what a lot of people that we know, like, they always admire that about us as a couple, because like I feel like me and him both feel like life's too short to, especially with the profession that I'm in. You can be not here at any age, and life's too short to like just be negative about things, when like you can just try and be happy as much as you can.
Yeah. Her mom says it best. It's like, I think, what does she have, that little thing that says like lead with love, or love is what you should lead with always, pretty much. Like, you should lead with love. That's where I was just like, when I seen her mom put that, I was like, that makes it like so, like it just clicked in my head. Or like, that just makes so much sense. Like, everything that you do, you should do it out of the pureness of love, like overall. That's what it is. That's the beauty of what this life is, in my eye.
Yeah, Darion, you sound like your daddy. I will not lie to you. You sound just like your daddy, and I love that you got that as a person. You got that, and I've been talking to your little brother, and I feel like you saw him. Yeah. Y'all got that naturally, and I know that was passed down to y'all from this guy.
Yeah.
But I don't want to take all the credit, but I mean, I deserve it. But no, but y'all are really good people, and I love that, because I didn't come up in my relationships or things like that the same way. So I learned after a heartbreak, I got some very bad advice, and I took that for years and years throughout my life, and I hurt people, and not saying I wanted to, but I just had a messed up mentality about what relationships is, So I didn't learn that until later on in life. I love that
you got it now, and your little brother got it too. Like he loves hard,
Yeah.
and I don't ever want that to be destroyed for either one of y'all, no matter what your relationship journey turns into. So I don't want to go on. I got a lot to say, but
No,
I'm a
no, we can chop it up later because I
yeah.
already know we have a lot of conversations to have with that. Like, I love.
Well, but my next question is like, what are y'all goals with this marriage? Like, what are y'all are looking to accomplish as far as y'all want to start a family? Y'all want to like what are y'all goals with the marriage?
We both see a family at the end of the tunnel for sure. We see at least 2 kids, 1 adopted. That's our goal. But
children.
yeah, and we see a nice home with some land, at least probably 3 cars, maybe 4 cars, and just
Well,
living.
how many people driving?
Just 2.
Yeah, why you need 4 cars?
I want a project. Yeah, I want a project car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Something to work on.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, okay, I'm tracking. I'm like, why you thinking like that? What you want 4 cars for? You one person.
No, she need her mommy car and then a regular car also.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what what are your goals, Jyree? The same as Darion? Y'all goals are aligned there?
Travel.
Yeah, traveling for a fact.
Travel before the kids, and then travel with the kids, and then
Okay, so
well, I'd say like in the next, our plan is in the next 2 years is to save up for buying a home. Within the next 2 or 3 years is to save up for buying our own property and build a home, and then if it happens in between that time, maybe one kid.
maybe one kid that you're looking at 3-4 years?
Yeah.
Well, long as y'all know y'all child can't call me granddaddy either. So
What they got to call you?
Uncle.
Uncle?
I mean,
they call you pops. They can't call you.
No, nothing with Papa or Pops.
Not Papa.
Uncle.
No, none of that. Uncle or minister. They can call me minister.
Minister
Prioleau.
That's gonna be hard for them when they're babies, you know.
Well, uncle is good. Uncle is short.
They can just call you Pop.
No, Daddy, see, you still need me to sign this certificate now. You still need me to sign it. So, all right. So, how do y'all think y'all like deal with conflict? Do y'all feel like y'all resolve is pretty good, or how do y'all deal with conflict? Jyree? Go ahead, Daddy. You already ready? Go ahead, Darion.
I think we're really good with conflict. Like we have anything that brings up to where it's like it's hard for us to speak about at that time. We'll still find a way to bridge that gap to reach that communicative side to where we can both come to an understanding. Even if we're both still combative about it, we'll still figure out a way to break it down to where both of us come to an agreement or a resolution to our issue.
An agreement to talk about it later, or y'all just talking about while y'all are resolving it?
It's just both really is like, even if we don't feel like talking at that time, we'll give each other that space, that grace to break it down in our heads and fully understand. Even if one of us is still angry about it, we'll still know that I can talk to you about this issue and we'll figure it out to where we can both understand where we like separated at.
Jyree, you got anything you want to add to that?
I would say that I feel like we're really good at, we don't ever yell at each other. I don't think we've ever yelled at each other. There's never been any like super, we haven't had a super like you get out the house type of argument ever. And even if we did, I felt like we wouldn't go that far. I feel like we actually are really good at, like, yeah, let's take some time and cool down, and then let's talk about it. Because I was never that type of person that, like, really liked to show my emotions or anything like that. I'd hold it in or whatever. And he was really good at telling me, like, no, we talk about it now. Like, if you want to talk about it, we got to talk about it now. Like, and I used to get mad at him even more because I don't want to talk about it right now. And
I get that from you. I definitely get that from you.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I get that from you.
Like, I feel like we have moments where we disagree, but it's never like, oh, crazy disagreement where we can't talk about it and find a compromise or a solution to it. Like, I feel like our communication skills are really good, but that was from being uncomfortable, kind of.
Yeah, at the beginning.
At the beginning.
Well, do y'all think there's a... Because with me, the way I stay solid and stay grounded is I have a overall thought about something. Like, I always, like, when people ask me how I'm doing, I always say I'm always good. But it's not that I'm not in a bad mood or I haven't had a... It's that I understand at the end of the day, I'm going to be all right. So do y'all feel that way, like, when it comes to conflict, like, eventually we're going to figure this out?
Yeah.
So because if that's already in your head during the conflict, you're in a really good relationship and you have good resolve.
Yeah.
It's always been like that.
Yeah, it's always been like that. Like it kind of goes back to the life is too short type of thing. Like, I don't like to fall asleep angry at him. We're either cuddling by the end of the night, even though that we had an argument not too long ago. Like, we try and resolve it right then and there. Life is too short to hold on to grudges. Like, I don't think we've ever held any grudges at each other. Like, we've usually dropped it by the end of the day because we realized, oh, we really don't.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't. Like, it was just a petty disagreement or something like that. Like, okay, like, if I do feel strongly about something, like or if he feels strongly about something, we start to open that mindset up about, like, okay, I understand. I'm starting to see how you feel. I understand how you feel about this, and it makes sense now that I've, like, taken the time to think about it or something like that. And that's usually how our arguments end. Like, we understand each other's perspective about something, and we're like, okay, I understand where you're coming from now, like, stuff like that. So,
well, I think it's important that y'all have that type of resolve, and that will take your relationship a long way, because 99% of relationships or marriages, they come to divorce or they separate because of misunderstandings. And I think as long as you're able to trust that the other person is there for you and has y'all goals are aligned, then you open yourself up. You give him or her grace, and then you open yourself up for understanding where their perspective is coming from.
Yeah.
That's going to take y'all a long way, because when you trust each other and know that, okay, there are going to be things that he or she is going to come up with because we don't have the same brain. Yeah. So if you trust that other person has the same goals in mind and they can see it from a different angle, then that means they're bringing something to the table that you don't have. So always welcoming more knowledge, wisdom, information. Always welcome that into your relationship, especially during conflict, because that's the only thing that would cause a divide, a misunderstanding. So just keep that trust going that y'all have. I love what I'm hearing as far as y'all resolve. I'm almost ready to sign the certificate right now.
Okay.
Like, I'm not even thinking we need a service, but
we still got some more questions y'all got to get through. So as far as kids, do y'all have? I know Darion said earlier about adopting one and having one of your own biological. Is 2 the magic number for y'all, or
No,
is
3. So we want to
3?
have 2 and adopt 1. That's what we think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Darren, you want 2, huh?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
at least 2. You
Yeah.
know, you got to double up. You got to double up.
You gotta double up. So
Yeah.
what is that the magic number, Jyree? Is that a hard 3, or is it a 3 and a possible?
It depends.
Oh, it depends on how the first go.
Like all women have that. They
Maternal
forget
instincts.
Yeah, and they forget about the traumas of birth, and then they're like, "Oh, let's have another one." That's why I said 2. So, but who knows? Maybe we'll have 3. I don't know how life will take us, but
Maybe y'all want 7.
no.
Nah, I don't think. I think that's too much. That's too much.
So 7 is too much.
Yeah, way too much.
All right. So, what about faith and religion and things like that? Like, that's something that always plays a role in relationships. I know I spoke to y'all
Yeah.
earlier, and Jyree said, I'm a spiritual person. I don't like, she didn't want me to lock her down in any religion or anything like that. What's your take on it, Darion? How do you feel about it?
Well, you know, I grew up in a Christian household, so that's always the foundation overall. But my grand thing is, I have Muslim people in my family. I have people who have different religions, so it's like, in a sense of, there's a bigger thing than just saying, "Oh, this is that religion. This is that religion." Overall, I see it as you feel the spirit within you. That's what it is in my eyes. Is you this I feel like a spirit is more grasping for everybody rather than saying, "Oh, this is God. This is his name. This is what his actual name is." Like, when people put that label on there, that's where it throws me. Yeah, it makes everything else sound bad, because it's like, we all want to be at the top. We all want to finish at the top of everything. Yeah, at the end of the day. So don't put no name on it. So that's why I say spirituality is way better than just saying, "Oh, I'm a Christian," or "I'm Muslim," or "I'm Buddhist," or, stuff like that. There was just like, everybody wants to finish good at the overall, but I feel like spirituality is more realistic in my eyes.
More all encompassed?
Yeah.
Is that what you're looking for?
There it is. Yeah.
Jyree, well, can you give us some more insight on why you choose that?
I also grew up Christian. Went to church every Sunday with my grandma until I decided not to go to church.
You went to church every day?
Every Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Can you get closer to the mic? We need to get all of this part. You went to church every Sunday
with my grandma, and then we just stopped going. My mom stopped taking me over there, and then I went to camp every year, a Christian camp every year, and it just, something about it, like people unwilling to be very, how do you say, truthful about how they feel about the Christian religion, kind of made me want to put my own thoughts in perspective. And it's like, I'm not saying that anyone can't, whatever helps you believe in anything, because I can't put Joy, she's one of our roommates, she's very Christian. Dylan's very Christian. I'm not going to say that what they believe in is wrong, but I would say that some Christians would say that what other people believe is wrong. So my whole conflict with that is kind of where it started. And then I was just like, it's not that I don't believe. I do believe that there is something greater out there. I believe that there's no way that he's not him, and there's no way that I'm not me. Like, there's something higher that has made us each other. You know what I mean? So
I know exactly what you mean.
So, like, I don't, that's my whole thing. I'm just spiritual. I believe that there's something more. I don't know what it is. And I just want to be a good person.
Yeah, overall, just be a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of what the way I see it too. I mean I'm all encompassed. I just feel like there's truth everywhere. When it applies to religion, and we don't know. At the end of the day, I don't know anybody that's died and came back, so they can't tell you, oh yeah, I talked to God and he told me this is this and everything. So just being open and providing enough space that, hey, I believe what I believe because these are the things that are aligned with my morals and values. So, and then also being big enough and open enough to say, hey, if you want to believe what you believe, that's fine. Anytime you start telling somebody what you think is what it is, I think you're on a path that's going to lead to something that's not positive. I can't tell them that's wrong for them, but just saying, if you leave space for other people to believe what they want to believe, think what they want to believe, then you'll live a much more peaceful life.
And that's how we want to raise our kids too, is like, whatever you really connect with, at the end of the day, we're going to love you regardless. Just understand that. So whatever you pursue, by all means, but
with some friends or something, like they think it's for them, oh, go right ahead. I'm not going to be like, you can't go to church because I don't want to go to church. Like, that's weird.
What if they want you to go to church with them?
We'll go.
No, but like, I'm not going to say it doesn't mean anything to me, but I don't think I'd have that connection like that they would want me to have with them. I feel like they would want to, I would hope that they would want to go with someone that can actually help them in that faith if that's what they want. Because I feel like I'd not per se be useless, but I'd be kind of, I don't know what to say. I don't know, like, I don't know what I just support.
Yeah. Well, also remain, don't block off any of your channels. Remain, if you're going to be in an environment or any place, don't block off any of your channels. But I had a similar experience with church as well, where I saw that a lot of people wasn't being real and truthful with what they were saying. It didn't align with each other. And I'm like, hold on. Do I smell liquor on the deacon's breath?
Yeah.
Like,
see what I'm saying? Like what's really going on?
Yeah. So
let's talk about that.
But those type of things, like, they form who you become as an adult. And that, long as you make sure it's, I like the all encompassed, where you're understanding you had an experience, you took that and you went in your direction.
Yeah.
Allow other people to go in their direction with their experiences. I think that's a beautiful thing. And I'm going to wrap this up with my last question, which is, what are y'all goals for the ceremony? Like, what would y'all like to get from the ceremony? Because y'all chose me. And Darion, you grew up with me. So you know I'm a big goofball. I'm
exactly what we want.
I think we want everybody to
laugh.
I want everybody to laugh. I want everybody to have a good time. I really just want everybody to feel good. I just want everybody to be in the now and experience like love. Like, I just want everybody to feel love at that point.
Okay, so that's a good thing to know from y'all. I'm glad we had this talk, because I'm like, my son know I'm like, you can't put me in front of people and I don't.
I want you to bring the goofy out.
Yeah, well, he coming. I can't do nothing about it. But
But I also wanted y'all to know that I took this serious. It was an honor to when y'all reached out and when Darion said, "Daddy, we want you," even though I was in the middle of a basketball game and I didn't really hear what he was saying. I was like, "Yeah, all the way." I didn't know what I was confirming, anything. He he could have asked me to pay for everything. I'd be like, "Yeah, Daddy, you know I got it." And
I even told mommy, I was like, he watching Jaden play right now. I already know he's not focused right now, but he gonna
I
call
was
me
like,
back.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then I thought about it when I got to the room later. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I said, Darion kind of said this, and hold on. Let me call my son. And I was like, hey man, you said this. Did you mean you wanted me to officiate the wedding? He's like, yeah, Daddy. And I was like, Darion, do you know who your daddy is? I was like, if I start talking about, if I just go on a path of talking about the kind of person that Darion is, I'ma cry. I'ma lose it. Like, I ain't gonna be able to hold myself together. Ain't nobody wanna see that.
No, you'll be good. I know you gonna hold it together.
And that's what Darion said right there. He like, Daddy, you'll be good. Like, he's my daddy. He like, Daddy, you be good. You be all right, Daddy. Daddy, you got it.
I get this from you. You know what I'm saying? I can't get this out of people.
You telling me you good. Just hold it together. You got it. All right. You all right, Daddy. You just take your time. Take your time. You'll be all right, Daddy. You got it. Like, who you think? You don't talk to me like that. Don't be sonning me. You my son. Don't son me, boy. Like, but no, I did want y'all to know I took it serious. So that's why I took all the necessary steps, and I'm like, okay, I want to make sure they get what they want out of it. So then I don't want to take away from the experience for y'all. You know what I mean?
You just gonna add to it, but literally, whenever I said it, I was like, Daddy would be the perfect. Everybody was just like, yeah, that makes sense. I was just like, yup.
Okay, well,
we were talking about it at the wedding meeting, and we were like, who's gonna officiate the wedding? Dan was like, my dad. And I was like, yeah.
Okay, I just let y'all know now. The goof is coming. Goof is coming. But I am gonna take it serious because the connection, what marriage is, and even though I didn't learn, I was fully married before I even got a notion of what marriage consisted of. And Darion, I know you don't know the story. You were probably you were my only planned child.
Yeah.
I love all of y'all. I love all my boys. But me and your mama actually did things the right way, except for when I asked her to marry me, and she didn't like that at all. I
Yeah,
don't know.
she told me. She said, "I ready." That what you
Yeah,
told me.
I just said no. I said
I
what
ready.
I said, you want to do this, and she was like, do what? And I was getting ready to go to Germany, and I said, okay, I ready now. And Pasha was like, ready for what, Stoy? I was like, you and your mama been asking me all this time to marry you, and now I ready. Pasha said, Stoy, that's not how you do that. Like, what you doing? I was like, I don't know. I'm doing what y'all tell me I should do. I'm trying to do the right thing, and you criticizing me. You know,
Your heart
so
was in the right spot. That's all that mattered.
it was. It's the thought that count, but not for no woman, man. Pasha didn't like that at all. But I say that to say this: like, I didn't understand the foundation and just what marriage was, and I went through. I gave it my best effort, but remember, I was going off of bad advice, bad relationship advice, because I was hurt. I got my heart hurt with my first girlfriend, and
I cried for like 17 days. Like
Crazy.
I couldn't stop crying. And when my cousin was like, man, that's why you don't have one girl. He's like, so I appreciate the fact that my boys, y'all know I give y'all my all.
Yeah.
I appreciate the men that y'all are growing up to be. So, Darion, I couldn't be more proud of you. You got a beautiful one next to you, and I think y'all relationship is set up for longevity. Just y'all resolve and y'all chemistry with each other. That's what relationships are. I mean, we have many different types of relationships. People get through toxic relationships and they last a long time in misery, and I just don't think it's necessary. But I'm looking forward to signing y'all marriage certificate. I'm looking forward to making it official, and then y'all could kiss by just a peck. Like keep it PG-13, and then we gonna have some fun on that day. But do y'all have any questions or anything y'all want to ask me?
Yeah, this is a great talk.
Well, if y'all think of anything, the channel of communication is still wide open, and I appreciate y'all coming on this platform. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say. Darion, when I asked you, I suggested, I was like, okay, we're not doing the meeting in person. We can do it on Zoom. And I posed the question like, hey, what do you think about going on the podcast and doing it? You remember what you said to me?
What I said, we're not shy.
No, you said our relationship is an open book.
Absolutely.
And to profess your love like that to the world, I think that's a beautiful thing. And the fact that you are not ashamed to say that you love this woman and you want her to be next to you with any and everything, that's a token of a really good man. So I commend you for that, boy. I love that. And I love that you're ready to share that with the world.
Thank you, Daddy.
You're welcome, son. Minister Daddy. Call me Minister.
Mr. Prioleau, my bad.
Okay, let's not get out. Don't break character. Don't break character yet. We still recording. But any questions, Jyree?
Really happy.
Oh, I am honored. I'm really honored that y'all chose me. And I'll try to keep the goofy to a minimum and make sure everybody.
Don't hide.
Oh no, I ain't gonna hide now. Trust me, he coming out. But Daddy, you wanna say something? You wanna say something to your brother?
Where Jaden at? Let me see. AJ?
Hi, y'all. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Jay will be right there with me.
I already know. Yeah, I'm ready for it.
We might have him throwing sunflower seeds or something out for.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I love y'all. I love what y'all have formed together, and I'm excited to officiate y'all wedding.
Thank you, Daddy. Love you too.
Let's go.
All right.
Understand what the gift is. Others have missed it. Such a vibe inside your existence. They in the distance, exploring your differences. Every moment of our time, you're listening. Little persistence to match your resistance. Adds value to the hugs and kisses. Housewife and mistress. Games we invented. Few appearances, but still recommended. Forming a covenant, avoiding the ugliness. Lead drum of other people to cover it. Both be loving it, being a part of it. Total bliss ever since we started this. Say you want more, then I'm all in. It's time to explore life on a whim, a spontaneous flow, and never pretend. If we did it before, we'll never do it again. I crash out when I'm riding with you. It's like a 40-yard dash with a hell of a view. Things happen so fast, what you want me to do?